Let's talk about someone who's trying to be a colonizer, who's trying to be Epstein number two, and that is Ivanka and Jared. So, Mel, if you didn't hear, they're trying to take over an island strategically in between a body of water and two land masses that need commerce transported, especially oil. The people, the land they're trying to take over is pretty much supposed to be a sanctuary area where there's natural wildlife that has been there since the inception of this planet.
Right.
And they have commandeered this land and have decided that they want to take it over. What have black people, minorities, and everyone complained about with Anglo-Saxons? They want to colonize any damn thing that they get their hands on. So, Mel, here's the story, and then we'll get your opinion and we'll break it down.
That Jared and Ivanka are on camera all week long talking about building their own island that they discovered. When we have this famous island that everybody's been obsessed with, both from QAnon, now the global stage. I mean, Prince Andrew's lost being a prince over this damn island. And Jared and Ivanka are on camera talking about now building their own island. It's very large in scale. It's like $1.5 billion. Albania is losing their mind over it because this is protected part of their country where wildlife is able to flourish. And this is the message right here, Democrats. This is what we need to do all day, every day. Pop this up. The new Epstein, it is a mocked up Time magazine cover. The new Epstein, and this is none other than the son-in-law of Donald Trump, Jared Kushner, who is married to Ivanka Trump. Ivanka Trump, who stood in a tent with her daddy while all the violent insurrectionists marched to the Capitol and wanted to hang Mike Pence. Ivanka Trump, who likes to get on Instagram and talk about, here's my reading list. And what I do to get centered in my life is I like to be authentic with my husband while we build our own private island. These people are grifters. They are parasites. They are sucking off of 250 years of established United States of America for their own personal enrichment because they're spoiled brats that would never make it. They would never get hired on their own merits. They would never have these kind of bank accounts.
Yeah.
Mel, the floor is yours. I'll give this lob to you in this manner. It's unfortunate that they are able to do this, but what makes it more unfortunate is the amount of people that turned a blind eye and are okay with them doing it, but would not under any circumstance be okay if me and you did it, if Barack Obama did it. It should be fairness across the board. Floor is yours, Mel.
First of all, trying to follow up that woman, what didn't she say? Like, what wasn't true about everything she said? I think I would like to keep my threads of distinction and discernment clear. Like, I want to know if this is somehow a government program. What does Jared Kushner have to do with it? Why is it Ivanka and Jared? What are the ties? I'm very much about following the money in a forensic sense. Nothing's a mystery once you're able to locate where the cash is flowing to and from. Like, that's pretty easy. Where my heart really breaks is for the people of Albania who have been going crazy protesting. For people who don't know, the protests have been really significant. And I was thinking, Lamont, to your point, I was thinking, like, what if somebody just came to the United States of America from another country and was like, we want to buy Long Island and it's ours now. And I'm like, it's just so, and that's someone's going to inevitably point out something smart, which is Long Island's long been occupied. But the point is, when you hear this language a lot and we discovered something, you haven't discovered anything. Why are you even using that language? Just be honest about buying it because you have a lot of money and you're allowed to.
Well, the thing is, they can't buy it. They're trying to commandeer it. And when you talk about Jared, his official title with the administration, he's like the negotiator for Trump illegally. And the first Trump administration, he was kind of doing the same gig and made all this backdoor money that people didn't really kind of question or look at because of how filthy Trump was.
Mhm.
But the people who aren't doing a lot of talking, that they don't have the microscope on, is him and Ivanka, who are causing all kinds of financial damage to other people to enrich themselves.
Yeah.
And the bottom line to this island, it sits in between two corridors that need transport. And all they're trying to do is capitalize on that shit. This island would be a place where people could dock for a little bit, maybe refill ships, maybe put some, build some other stuff to put on this island. And it's probably going to be a hideout for them to do illegal things similar to what Epstein was doing, which is why the Times Magazine pointed out the new Epstein, because no one would be able to govern the place but the people who own it. Now, the fight comes into this with the Albanians. They don't want them to have this island.
No.
And these two are acting as though they can get the island because their dad is going to support them. And we are supposedly the strongest military in the country. I mean, in the world, excuse me. And we're big and bad enough to just say we're going to commandeer and do it. That's where the motivation from all this comes from. Of course, it's a place of money. Folks, I'm okay. Nobody's about to arrest me, people. It's just a pass by.
That
Just a pass by, okay?
was just a little
They're
New York City for you all.
Yeah,
Enjoy.
Yeah. And it's the Knicks games tonight, folks. The Knicks are playing, so you're going to hear some noise here.
Oh, I'm so
And
happy.
so-
I don't live anywhere near there.
Exactly. Good for you. So, folks, at the end of the day, how does this play into minorities, Black people? Simple as this. The rules are not the same. The rules are just not the same. First of all, Black people would not be trying to go colonize nobody else's island because, hell, we know what it feels like to see someone else colonized, speaking of Native Americans, natives to this land, and then we've got to be the ones to fix up the land as slaves.
Yeah.
That's wrong, number one. Number two, why should these two individuals who legitimately are Nepo babies be privileged to take somebody else's island that they have designated as a wildlife refuge, which we don't have enough of those left anyway, to just make money? It affects us all when we start killing off wildlife for the benefit of someone who doesn't need an island. They can go build an island somewhere else. There are man-made islands being built all around the world. Why you got to go and mess with these people's island? Because of the money, ladies and gentlemen. Floor is yours, Mel.
I just really want the audience to hear you again when you were pointing out, like, these are very, very powerful, wealthy people now looking to have their own party island where they're also exempt from any law. And of course, criminal activity is going to happen. That's why they can do either drug running or espionage or sex trafficking, which I want to be clear when I use the language of sex trafficking, we have been sold a certain image about what that looks like. And that affects children, babies who are born into that, who are recruited for that, people who do survive that as adults. This happens on a large scale when people with that level of power get to continue to manipulate those levers. And if you, there's really nothing good that can come of it. I haven't seen billionaires yet say, I'm going to get an island so I can do my philanthropic work. The people doing philanthropic work aren't necessarily engaged in just really trying to get their own island.
Right. And because I happen to know two billionaires, I'm not going to say their names. They might have an attitude with me, but I'm not going to say exactly what they do. I'm going to just say this. It's wrong that our system of taxes allow billionaires to write off yachts, luxury yachts.
That's right.
And when they buy these big mega luxury yachts, ladies and gentlemen, they go out to international waters, and guess what? There are no laws on those waters and what happens on those yachts.
Yeah.
And I'll leave it at that.
That's right. Yeah.
Post your comments. Let us know what you think. Mel's link is in the description.